Yes, happy Monday. Monday. You can trust that day when you're here on the show. I don't know why. I don't know why I came up with that, but Monday's a great day. Hope you're having a good day. Are you having a good day? Say hello in the comments below. Happy Monday to whoever is watching out there. Hope you had a good weekend as well. Are you getting excited for it's like March, right? The end of March. So we're like really close to springtime and the nice weather, getting out for, you probably haven't been out walking as much as you should. So I'm sure that, you get out walking in the nice weather, enjoying the parks more, riding your motorcycle. I can't wait to get out on my motorcycle. I know my son's excited, and Jennifer likes her motorcycle, but she's like, yeah, well, whatever. We'll get there when we get there. So happy Monday, everybody. And then we'll get the car out and, you do a little more traveling and stuff, right? And also, of course, Blue Water Border Fest. He's getting ready to make some more announcements tomorrow at 10 a.m. They'll have some more announcements. And boy, oh boy, that's all I can tell you. Blue Water Border Fest, nice to be having that back. And Blue Water Border Fest and their team always put on a fantastic concert series. And looking forward to participating in that again as well. I'll be your master of ceremonies again for that. So good afternoon to you as well, Barry. I bet you'll be getting out more with your camera now. I always enjoy your photography. I had my camera out the other day. I was like, I got to get that out and start playing around with a little bit more. Somebody gave it to me, so I really need to utilize that, right? So hope you're doing as well. Hope Deborah as well. Also, Domingos is out there. Hello, Dom. How are you doing? I'm missing Danny today. I don't see Danny. What's going on with that? Where are you, Danny? Oh, Danny boy. Right? I'm not singing for you today. No chance of that. No chance of that. Sarnia Sting. Boy. Well, before we get into that, let me just get this out of the way. We'll say thanks to all our supporters, Hughes Intelligence, Barry, and his team of security. Thank you for your support here on the show and at all the Sarnia Sting games as well. They're the official security providers for the Sarnia Sting, and they're official sponsors here, and they support our Sting broadcast. Huron Signs SWO, our friends Guy, and part of the AG event group of companies, and Joe's Discount Tire. Also get your tires taken care of. That's an important part. I think we take advantage of that, just like our brakes. We worry more about our car starting than we do stopping, and we worry more about our car starting than we do how good the tires are. So make sure you got the right tires. And Ontario's Blue Coast Tourism, Sarnia Lambton, big supporters here for us as well. Yeah, where we got looking forward to getting out this week. Yeah, because the weather, like, I don't know, let's have a look-see, right? It's supposed to be like super nice. Look at all these. I don't want to look at that. Where are we? Where's my weather app? I should do that. Should I do the weather on here? I could be the weather guy. Hey, buddy. Hey, Dom. Dom, you're back home. That's good. Glad to hear. Hope you're doing better. Try and stay home, will you? Here I'm trying to look at my phone. My Wi-Fi is not working. What the heck's going on? I don't know about you, but I use the Weather Network app because I find it to be more accurate than the 9 degrees right now. Currently 9 degrees in Sarnia. Feels like 6 degrees with a few clouds in the sky. I just went into my voice. Supposed to be up to like 10 degrees today by 4 o'clock. So 20 minutes. And then where are we at? Tomorrow, 8 degrees. Wednesday, 15 degrees. Thursday, 16 degrees. Oh, it's going to be awful tempting to go for a bike ride. Yes, it is. Except mine's in storage, so I actually have to go and get it. So I might wait. We'll see about that. Roger Winter's out there too. Hello, Roger. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. All right. Talk about the Sarnia Sting. Tough one again for the Sarnia Sting this past week. Of course, on Friday, we would take on the Guelph Storm, and it was just a slaughter, a 5-1. I'm not Mr. Negative, I'll tell you that right now, but these guys are having a tough go, and they got to get themselves organized. 5-1 out there. And then yesterday, if you're watching this live on Sunday, March the 13th, took on the London Knights, and the Knights came out in the beginning with a 2-0 score, and then the Sting were able to tie it up, and then at the end, 3-2, and then again an empty net goal there to make it final 4-2 yesterday for the London Knights. And we did have a post-game press conference with Ryan Mast and Nolan Burke, and they do their best to stay positive, but it's what I've been calling them, the stock market team. It's kind of up and it's down. There's been no consistency in this team, and and I'm not the negative guy here, but it's hard to when you listen to the post-game press conference, Dylan Sika, Alan Letang have been saying the same thing, and they're running out of time. There's about, I think, 17 games left up until the playoffs, and I think it's the cutoff is like 8th or 9th place, right? So it's going to be a tough one out there, and there's so much hockey going on, right? Back-to-back hockey. I'll be back there Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and then Sunday. There's not a lot of time for even practices right now, so I'm really feeling for them, but they got to pull their socks up and tighten their skates up a little harder and see if they can come out on top with that. So go Sting, go, as we like to say. And if you want to find out more about what's happening with the Sarnia Sting, myself and my friend Jay Peckham do a live broadcast at all Sarnia Sting home games, live from the concourse. And we do our best to tell you what, we're the critics, right? I can't even skate. And yet I'm the one saying, well, I should be doing this and they should be doing that, right? So, I'm that armchair guy. But my friend Jay Peckham, he's definitely a fan. So he has the fan perspective right down to the refereeing and everything. So we try to be accurate, but it's entertaining as well. So we'll hope you check us out there. That's every Sarnia Sting home game. All right. Well, lots happening in our city. And, there's just a lot of things that go on that maybe you don't realize needs of people, right? And my first guests that are here, we're going to bring them up right now. Hello, Mary, Gwen, Stephenson. Thank you so much for being here today.
Hi, David. Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. You kind of heard me, if you heard me there say, there's a lot of things going on in our city that you don't necessarily realize there's a need for, like homelessness for one. Like, I think a lot of people were like, well, I don't see much of that. Well, it's because it's couch surfing and everything. But there's something else going on there. You're from Nightlight, which is a new drop-in center in downtown Sarnia. And we'll get to those details. But give us kind of the background on Nightlight and how this all came about.
Okay. Well, Nightlight Canada has centers in Cambridge, Kingston, and Belleville, and was started by the founder, Ben Platts, about 16 years ago, and has it's a nonprofit and charitable board and all of that. So it came to Sarnia. There was a building that came available, 181 Christina Street, just a couple down from Blackwater. And we started talking, and different people were interested in just the whole issue of people that were in poverty or loneliness.
Right.
The biggest thrust of Nightlight and then opening this Sarnia Nightlight is relational poverty. People that are just, they're on their own. They're maybe not belonging. They're struggling with whether it's addiction or homelessness or just poverty, mental health, and just need a place for safe, meaningful relationships to connect with other people.
Right. And that's, especially as we're coming out of the pandemic, other than some online stuff, and not everybody has access to online.
Right.
There's many that don't, right? So that had to be a real struggle for those people in need for that. Is this the need that we're seeing for this coming from that, do you think?
It's definitely, the mental health issues have definitely increased over the last 2 years. And you're right, not everybody has access to computer or online stuff. So it's nice that we can finally open the doors to a real person contact.
Yeah. Yeah. We all need, even the most introverted person really needs that belly to belly conversation, I guess, I
Yeah.
like to call it,
Yes.
right? And to see a smile.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
something that goes a long way, right? So,
Yeah.
Sure.
so anybody can come in. It's just Mondays and Tuesdays, right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
From 6 to 9. And yes, it's open to anybody. And there's free coffee, free snacks, um, big game of ping pong. So
Ping
there's
pong.
lots.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Foosball, puzzles, games. There's lots to do. And lots of people that we've got 2 teams of volunteers. And they're there consistently either Monday night or Tuesday nights. And so we're hoping with the consistent group of volunteers, we'll get to know people and that relationships will form.
Yeah. I think it's great that you're putting this together or have been able to bring it to life, right? I guess. What kind of support have you had? Some local community support or sponsors or anything like that? Have other people grasped this and come along to support you?
It's coming along. Like a lot of the volunteers are focused from different kinds of denominations, multi-denominational from Christian churches and that. And so we've got about 30 volunteers in
Nice.
helping with that. And then the other need is for funding and sponsorship on kind of a monthly basis. And we're trying to build that support with pledges and monthly supporters. So those have been just interested individuals. So some churches that have taken that on an ongoing basis. So that's what we're looking for, sort of a base of partners in that. And then next fall, one of our fundraisers would be the Ride for Refuge, and then next winter the coldest night of the year. And those are the Blue Sea Foundation ones that some of the corporations or businesses and others can donate to. That it just opens it up as a social
Right.
social need, as well as spiritual, emotional, and relationship.
Yeah.
So the board for Nightlight had a stipulation that 50% of the funding had to be in place before we could open. So we reached that goal, but we still have a little ways to go yet.
Right. Right. Well, money isn't everything, but it's up there with oxygen, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You need it to live and make things happen.
Yeah.
But it sounds like you've got the right driving forces. I mean, like the right people. I always say you surround yourself with the right people, and you can really make amazing things happen. Now you're in downtown Sarnia, so I want to ask the question. I have some friends who have businesses down there. There's one thing I know about downtown Sarnia. They really like to know who's moving in where and what's going on. Have you had any response from local businesses downtown as far as like just a simple welcome?
Yeah, we have met some of our neighbors down there. So Blackwater Cafe, Vic's on the corner,
Right.
one of the stores across the street, and they've all been very welcoming to us.
Yeah, that's important, right?
Mm-hmm.
To feel welcome as well, and especially for the environment that you're trying to create, as well. So, how large is the place? Like, and can you fit a lot of people in this place, or?
Yeah, it's 2,500 square feet. And it was quite a good experience in kind of connecting as a team with volunteers, and we were painting. And I mean, there's 12-foot ceiling, and
Oh wow,
we've got it looking quite nice, and some creative touches. And a friend has put in a kind of the counter and the bar there.
okay,
Nice cherry wood covering, and yeah, so it's coming together that way. And there's now there's not the limit on the number of people in, so there's quite a few guests that we can handle in an evening.
Yeah. Now you've been there open just about a week, right?
This week will be our 3rd week that we've been open.
Oh,
Yeah.
3rd week. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And how's the response been? Are people coming out, or are they still just kind of getting to know that you're there?
Yes and yes. So we've had probably up to about 12 guests, And we have had probably about 10 to 12 volunteers each evening too.
Right.
So, and it's been interesting that a lot of our guests that came the first week came back the second. So that's encouraging that we can establish that connect.
Right. And hopefully they'll tell others and
Yeah.
then get that exponential growth going. And then you'll need a bigger place.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
sorry, go ahead.
yes, and from experience in the other locations, our director, Ben, has shared that sometimes there's like a lineup and people to come for a time, and they've had, a great number in the course of the 3 hours in the evening. So, and there's other uses that we could do with the building, and even wonder if maybe the afternoon is a time when some from the shelters or different locations might fit. But right now we're trying to focus on the evening hours when there's not other social supports available.
Yeah. So you obviously did some research and said what would be a good time frame for this, or were you sort of guessing, or are you figuring it out, or?
That was kind of already established for us, like from the executive director and
Right.
what they have found to be helpful in the past and worked well. So they had sort of established that it would be evenings and 3 nights a week is the goal.
Right. Yeah, you're looking to open up on Wednesdays as well, are you?
Wednesdays or Thursdays.
Thursday. Yeah. Okay. All right. Now, I'm sort of just picturing this, because I'm seeing like board games or maybe some cribbage or that, card playing or whatever,
Yeah.
and I call that an old fashioned night, and I mean that in a great way, like you used to sit around the table and play board games, and it wasn't just about the fun and winning or losing, whatever. It was the conversations that happened around the table.
Yeah.
Right.
And it really is. It makes people fulfilled to know that there's others around, to feel we all want to fit in, right?
Yeah.
We all want to be picked for the team or whatever, right?
We all
So
want to belong.
what's that?
We all want to belong with something.
Yeah, right,
Mhm.
right. So, and to have a comfortable space where I don't have to worry about what's behind me or whatever, and get to know. I imagine the conversations. I always find conversations. I love to talk, but I always love conversations because you just never know what you can learn about people and the experiences that they've had. Have you had some any of those? Wow, that's amazing conversations come up yet?
Oh, I don't know that we have our own stories to tell at this point because we're so new. But I know listening to our executive director, there's been some pretty amazing connections made.
Yeah.
But ask us a few months down the road, we will.
Yeah.
Right.
And our background and our hearts are very much for hurting people and people that need to belong, need love, and compassion and supportiveness and relationships. So I've been involved in addictions counseling for a number of years, and Gwen with the Salvation Army and Food Bank and a drop-in center in another city, who's coming to play on Wednesday night. Sue.
What's that? I missed that last part.
They're coming to play on Wednesday night. The Sioux.
Oh, nice.
We're living and working up there for about 5 years, but so that's kind of our background, and that's a sense of mission and calling in our lives, and helping to kind of coach and connect, basically middle class people that are doing okay, and from church backgrounds and that, and but they care and they want to get involved, and maybe not just sure how, and it's a bit of a stretch at times, but and there's people from all different needs, all different backgrounds, and so we're here beginning to hear some of the stories, and there's a lot of need out there right now.
Yeah, I think that's great. And a friend of mine, she often reminds me, the Beatles figured it out a long time ago,
All you need is love.
All you need is love.
That's right.
It's absolutely
Right.
true. My friend Kelly reminds me of that once in a while. She says, "Hey, all you need is love, man. Like, I don't know what the problem is, right?"
Yeah.
That's what we
So
want to do.
that being said, sometimes we got to learn how to do that, right?
Mhm.
You know, we have to
Yeah.
figure that out. And maybe some of us don't know how to spread the love, and this is a place that can help you with that, right? Like, I mean, so okay, we're playing board games, we're having refreshments, conversations. Are there other programs in place, or is there ministry happening there, or what else is going on, or what are plans for the future?
So we would also be a place that would advocate for our guests, and like if someone wants some support to go like an appointment, or we would do that as well.
We've already been developing relationships and networking with other social groups or uh, ways of supporting people, housing, and meeting more personnel in that area, and
Right,
developing resources to refer them where, you know, the free store at River City and the
right,
shower program and the different locations and soup kitchen and that the inn has going and CMHA and those kinds of things, so that that can come out of these supportive relationships. So I think down the road we hope to see with kind of wisdom and working together as a team on the best way to support someone, more of those ongoing relationships,
yeah.
even beyond the location.
So you're a connector, I guess you could say,
Yeah,
Mhm.
a
yeah.
connector in the community.
Connector and networking and a resource, not official uh, referrals as such, like from
I know
social
what you mean.
and counselors, but certainly encouraging people. And what's the next step? And how can we support you in making that step? And here's a resource that we hear is just
And helping to make decisions sometimes too. It's
yeah,
like
Yeah.
yeah,
I've never been in this situation. I don't know. It can be overwhelming sometimes for people to make decisions,
yeah.
life decisions, right? And that guidance is always appreciated. What about children? Like, can I have young children? Perhaps can I bring them in along as long as mom or dad are there, or what's the arrangement there?
Yes. It's an adult drop-in center,
Okay,
and so the volunteers even have to be 18 years of age. So
right.
that's not an option. Just to keep it that same community and make sure it's a safe situation for everybody.
Yeah, and that's what I thought, but I wanted people to understand that, right? That's
Yeah,
important, and I get that, to keep that environment. It's not a daycare.
yeah, yeah.
Very good. So down the road, we're a year down the road with this now. Let's say, what sort of those plans for the future, or are there other ideas in the works on how to grow this?
Well, I think um, just by word of mouth, it'll grow,
Yeah,
and over time. So we want to be here for the long haul. This isn't going to be like, oh, a year from now, what happened tonight? Like, so we're here for the long haul. We're committed to being here for people. So
yeah,
we'll see what that looks like. Sometimes I know in other sites that they have had some off-site things too, like they'll go visit a farm or they'll have a barbecue somewhere. So I could see that happening down the road once
yeah,
we get to know our guests better and they get to
Mhm.
know and trust us as well.
yeah. Take a walk around Sarnia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've got a beautiful downtown. The waterfront is beautiful.
Yeah. The mission is to overcome exclusion as much as we can by developing a safe place for meaningful relationships. And as that develops, there can be other uses of the building too. We'd like to
Right.
make that more effective. There's an individual who's been involved in a supportive group for people that have been incarcerated and coming out and getting kind of back into normal life with support
Yep.
group meeting kind of thing. And that's something that may be an option in the future. A recovery group, a depression support group, different social helping types of roles that could spin out from that, and people could do their own thing. And we've got a group right now that they just have a donation, are able to use it on another afternoon for some of their care and counsel to people. So we hope it's people helping people building, but the main focus of Nightlight is to provide those safe, belonging relationships.
For sure. You can't beat something positive, man. Right? You
Yeah.
know, and it sounds very positive and loving and welcoming. So thank you to you and your team for bringing this to light, if you will,
Yes.
and sharing this here today. And we'll be sure to spread the word.
Well,
I
thank
appreciate and shout out to our friend David Crosby, who got us connected here today.
For sure. And thank you, David, for this opportunity. And if people want to check, it's just nightlightcanada.com is the website, tells more about it. And the
Okay, let me put that up.
campaign is nightlightcanada.com, and it has on the header Sarnia campaign some ways if people want to help out and donate to it or be involved in some way or volunteering, that kind of thing.
Right. And is there a process to become a volunteer? Like sit down, have an interview kind of thing?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, on just on the website, you can just get a hold of us on email and contact us. We'll connect and share more about it, and
Okay.
applications online as well and all that. So.
Can I pop in and say hi?
Oh, love
Absolutely.
it. Yeah, that'd be great.
Please do.
Hey, coffee, I'm in.
You bet.
Okay.
Very good. Well, thank you
Thanks for
so
your
much
time,
again.
David.
You're welcome, and you're welcome. Please stay in touch. And if you have any kind of special events or things you want the community to know about, reach out again. You've got my email address. I'd love to have you both back.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Sounds great. Thanks
All right.
again.
Murray and Gwen Stephenson, take care.
You too.
Nightlight Drop-In Center in downtown Sarnia. That's at 181 Christina Street, out next to our friends at Blackwater Coffee. I think this is a great project. It's very positive. And boy, we need lots of that positive stuff, right? There's always something going on. We need support. We need love. And it sounds like a great place to make some connections and get some help and just kind of hang around and make some new friends. Why not? So thanks again to my guests, Murray and Gwen Stephenson from Nightlight Canada. Or Nightlight Drop-In Center, I should say here. And you can check them out at nightlightcanada.com. And if maybe you're wanting to be a volunteer, as they said, that's the place to check it out and get all that information. Thanks again, Murray and Gwen. All right. Well, that's it for today. I've got some things planned for next week. So I'm excited for next week to share with you. We'll be talking about Blue Water Border Fest. And just a reminder that they're making some big concert announcements tomorrow at 10 a.m. So keep an ear out for that. And it's going to be exciting to get back out and be able to have some fun with concert music with Blue Water Border Fest. Thanks again to my guests. Thanks again to all of you. As always, I appreciate you. That's all the time I got for you this week. Have a great week and an even better weekend. I will see you next time right here on the show. Bye for now.